This is FYI News 13, brought to you by SSPTV and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
For your information, there's grant money available to help build healthy communities. We have information on how local groups can apply. Welcome to FYI. I'm Ken Karen. I really appreciate your time. So thank you for watching on SSPTV and SSPTV.com. Here's our Tuesday headlines from FYI and the Hazleton Standard Speaker. The body of a drums man reported missing last week has been found, and officials are calling the death a homicide. State police in Hazleton report the body of 52-year-old Samuel John Vacant of Drums was found just before 5 p.m. Sunday in a wooded area off Petcharge Trail in Penn Forest Township in Carbon County. According to state police, an autopsy performed on the body yesterday found the manner of death to be criminal homicide. The investigation into the missing man led authorities to a search at a home last week at 33 West 10th Street. That search triggered the closure of the nearby Hazleton Elementary Middle School for a day and led to the arrest of 29-year-old Elazar Yisrael on a one drug charge, and a weapons charge. Meanwhile, state police are asking anyone who may have seen Vacant on August 31st or his vehicle in the vicinity of his residence at 20 Coventry Road in Drums or at the Towamensing Trails Development in Penn Forest Township to call Lieutenant Robert Bartle at the State Police Barracks in Hazleton at 570-459-3890. Additionally, anyone who may have seen the vehicle in Hazleton, specifically the northeast section or Berwick on August 31st through September 2nd, is also asked to call state police. A Hazleton business was robbed last night. It happened yesterday around 6 p.m. at the American Value Vending on West 15th Street. The suspect is described as a white or light-skinned Hispanic male wearing an orange hoodie, camouflage pants, and white sneakers. He wore glasses and had stubble on his face. Police did not say if the suspect was armed. No word on what was taken. Anyone with information is asked to call Hazleton Police at 570-459-4940. And Hazleton police responded to numerous calls of shots fired on Monday. Gunshots were first reported in the area of Sherman Court between Green and Maple Streets, then in the area of Broad and Pine Streets. All areas were checked, but police found no evidence of gunshots. Anyone with information, again, is asked to contact Hazleton Police by dialing 911. And Hazleton police are investigating a report of a home invasion that took place over the weekend. It happened around 5 a.m. Sunday morning at a home in the 600 block of Hayes Street. According to police, two males forced a rear door open and entered the home. One man pulled a knife on a female and then fled. The victim was not injured. No word on whether anything was stolen. Again, anyone with information, please contact Hazleton Police, and all calls will be kept confidential. Local nonprofit organizations and government agencies will be interested in this next story. A new grant-making program is accepting application for grants that focus on making and keeping communities healthy. Lisa Sugar is here with the details.
A brand new program is very good news for local nonprofit organizations and also government agencies. Here to tell us all about what is being known as the Moses Taylor Foundation is Latita Smith. She is the president and CEO of the foundation. Welcome to our studios, Latita. How did the Moses Taylor Foundation come about?
Thanks so much for having me. When the Moses Taylor Hospital was sold in 2012, the results of the sale endowed the Moses Taylor Foundation. We were established to help improve the health and wellness of people in Northeast Pennsylvania.
Well, very good. And good news now for local organizations that are in an 11-county area, and you told me including Luzerne and Schuylkill counties in our viewing area. Even though you're based in Scranton, they can now apply. So tell us what you're looking for and how many grants you're looking to give out.
We're a grant-making foundation, and our goal is to partner with nonprofit organizations and government agencies who are working to improve health and wellness in this community. We intend to make investments in organizations that are serving the health needs of this community and also human service needs, basic needs like access to food and housing, which also contribute significantly to the health of people in this region.
And age, when we see so many organizations that are trying to keep above water, you're going to get inundated with applications.
We are looking forward to receiving a number of grant proposals. Our first deadline is October 1, and our guidelines can be found on our website. However, we will have quarterly grant deadlines from now into the future, and so even if we aren't able to connect with every organization that we want to in this first round, there will be many opportunities coming forward.
For somebody who's watching us right now, they might say, well, how do I know if my organization is the type of organization that can apply? Who do you want to see giving you applications?
We are looking for organizations that have strong ideas about how to contribute to the health and wellness needs of this community. We imagine that we'll be working with large established organizations and smaller grassroots organizations who are often closer to the community. If you have a great idea, please give us a call or send us an email. We welcome the opportunity to talk with you about your ideas.
All right, so this is very good news for local organizations in our area. It's 11 counties, but including Schuylkill and Luzerne. So if you think you could be the recipient of one of these grants, now is the time to check out the website and find out, and they might get good news.
Absolutely, and we'll have a community meeting on September 22nd. We will have an opportunity then to meet with organizations who are interested in potentially applying to the foundation and answer any questions that they may have.
Latita, thank you so much for coming to see us at our studios today with this wealth of information. Again, if you're interested, your organization or government agency is interested, it is MosestaylorFoundation.org. Check it out today. I'm sure you'll be glad you did.
Thanks a lot, Lisa. Well, the number is now 4 days until the big Fun Fest homecoming celebration in downtown Hazleton. The fun, the food, the crafts, and of course the big parade on Sunday afternoon, all coming this weekend. And this week we are highlighting some of the popular features of Fun Fest. Our Janine Mazurkevich talked with city officials about an event that is very popular with kids of all ages, including me. This sounds great. It's called the Touch a Truck display.
Every year our departments get together and bring 1 or 2 or 3 vehicles from their department, such as the fire, the police, and the street department, and he brings some equipment, backhoes and that, and bring them down, and we're going to be on between Pine and Cedar on Broad on Saturday, and the children could come down, get in the vehicles, get in the buckets, do whatever they want to do. We call it Touch a Truck, but they can crawl over it too, and it's a nice event. We always have a lot of kids, and we hope we have it again this year.
We also want to make sure that we're giving the children and the adults a great opportunity to not only come and see the emergency vehicles that not only the police and fire departments use, but also the vehicles the highway department's using. I mean, they're out there clearing snow in the wintertime, payloaders, bucket trucks. You see those vehicles out working every day. And it gives the children and also the adults a great opportunity to see in depth in what all the city departments are doing. And along with this year, APTS will be there with us. Hazel Township and West Hazel Fire Departments will also be there. So try to make it a 3-area community effort in making this a tremendous event that it'll be.
Fun Fest kicks off this Saturday in downtown Hazleton, and the parade takes place Sunday at 2:30 p.m. again in downtown. For more information, go to funfestpa.org. Well, coming up on FYI, a brand new Care for Kids segment from Brandon's Forever Home in the city of Hazleton. And a bit later, we have a packed sportscast with a feature story on a local gym owner helping raise money for a good cause, and we'll release the first high school football Kohl Scale of the year.
This is FYI News 13, brought to you by SSPTV and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
We are at the grand front porch of Brandon's Forever Home. We're back here with Lori Ogurkas to tell you what is happening, because a lot is going on, a lot of events, Lori, taking place to support children for adoption and foster care.
Yes, we've had a really busy summer. We've had meatball dinners, we've had hypnotists, and we're really excited now. We're heading into the Fun Fest weekend, and that's going to be a big event for our kids.
Okay, it's the 160th anniversary. Also, what a great theme for Brandon's Forever Home as homecoming.
Yeah, I really am excited to participate this year with our children. We're going to actually have a potato cake stand at the festival, and we're also going to be selling birch beer and have a lot of information for people. So if they want to come in, see our older children, will be available to speak to and learn about fostering and adoption from foster care.
The money that you are getting for that fundraiser, what will that go towards?
No, it really comes to whatever we need for our children. It's just like any child. What comes on and what's the most important at that time. We serve so many children in Luzerne County. There's over 500 children in foster care, so we serve all of them, and it can be whatever is their greatest need. Whether it's dance classes, whether it's clothing, through the house, special sneakers, special events. It's really just trying to make sure that they know they have a home with Brandon's home, and that somebody's watching out for them, and that if they ever need anything, they can always rely on us.
And also, all of your donations, 100% of that money goes back into Brandon's Forever Home. There is no overhead as far as any administration costs, managerial costs.
No, nothing. I really appreciate nonprofits, and I see now that we started this foundation how much work it really takes to do it. It's just a matter of my own philosophy in that I wanted all of us to know that it's a giving place, it's not a taking place, and if we all have jobs and we all have another way of surviving, then the house becomes a place solely for giving, and nobody takes from the home, not my family, not anybody, really.
So we want everyone to come out to Fun Fest, get those potato cakes and the birch beer. Where are you going to be located?
I think we're going to be pretty much primarily down from Luzerne County Community College in that area. So we'll
going to be by us.
They're going to be by you, and there's a big banner that's going to be out, so you won't miss us.
All right, look for Brandon's Forever Home and join us each week here on FYI.
Time now for FYI News 13 weather.
The sun continues to shine down on us here in the Hazleton area, and the summer-like temperatures are also sticking around. Let's see what their plans are for this work week. Let's check out our weather forecast from the National Weather Forecast or Weather Service. Tonight, mostly clear with a low around 68 degrees. Not too bad. On Wednesday, on the extended forecast, a slight chance of showers and thunderstorms after 3 p.m. A mostly sunny day, high of 82 degrees. Wednesday night, we get up to a 50% chance of showers and thunderstorms, mostly cloudy, low of 69 degrees. On Thursday, 70% chance of showers with a possibility of a thunderstorm, cloudy with a high of 75. Thursday night, 60% chance of showers, mainly before 2 a.m., mostly cloudy, low of 57. On Friday, we dip down to 30% chance of showers before 8 a.m., mostly sunny with a high of 73. Friday night will be partly cloudy with a low of 56. Saturday looks nice, 30% chance of showers, high of 73. And at night, another 30% chance of showers, a low of 54 degrees.
Tonight's weather is brought to you by Valley High, the area's oldest ice cream and fast food restaurant. Stop on in for a cold treat including our ice cream and yogurt, or some hot food including our burgers, hot dogs, fries, and much more. That's Valley High, Route 93 in West Hazleton. Treat yourself today.
Your midday winning Pennsylvania lottery numbers are now up. Pick 2, 5, 7, pick 3, 1, 5, 0, pick 4, 0, 0, 8, 6, and pick 5, 7, 7, 2, 7, 7. A lot of sevens. Your lottery numbers on FYI, brought to you by Boyer Insurance Agency with 2 locations to serve you. One location is in Cunningham on Sugarloaf Avenue. The other one is in Nescopec on Broad Street. You can call Boyer Insurance in Cunningham at 570-788-3543 and in Nescopec at 570-752-7683. Sports is next with a feature story plus our first coal scale of the year, but right now, a word from McCann.
We are changing futures, changing lives right here at McCann School of Business and Technology. We are at the Hazleton campus today. We are with a graduate. Claire is with us to tell you why you should be prepared to come to McCann. So thanks for joining us, Claire.
Thank you.
All right, so you recently graduated.
I graduated July 2nd, and I actually graduated the class valedictorian.
All right, well, that's such an accomplishment, so congratulations.
Thank you.
What would you tell someone watching about the quality of your education through McCann?
I received all the skills that I needed to begin my job in business. That was my major, and through my externship that McCann supplies with every course, you do an externship out in the community. I was able to obtain a job in my field.
Wow, so you already got a job. That's really the main reason why you come to a school like McCann.
Yes.
Okay, so what would you say to people about the quality of the teachers, the quality of the classroom sizes, the quality of the classes that you take?
Well, it's a very small school, so it's very, you're familiar with both the other students and your instructors. And if your interests would be IT, technology, criminal justice, business like myself, there's surgical assisting, medical assisting. If that's your interest, I think that you get a real jump on getting a job in that profession here at McCann.
Very good. Well, thanks for joining us, and thank you for joining us each and every week. We're telling you about McCann School of Business and Technology each week here on FYI.
This is FYI News 13 Sports.
The sportscast is filled tonight. We do have our first high school football Cole scale. We'll see who's on top soon, but first we have a feature story. It's a personal trainer's job to push people to and sometimes beyond their limits. They know pain and how to push past it. Keep that in mind as we meet Stefan Cloud. This is CrossFit Drums. When we walked in to do this story, two clients were walking out talking about just how hard their workout was. One of the gym's owners, Stefan Cloud, assured them that it would all be worth it. The pain would pay off in the end. To say Cloud is in great shape may be an understatement, but that doesn't mean everything comes easy to him. He's not a fan of running, but he's going to compete in this year's New York City Marathon.
I'm not a runner, so for me it's a challenge. And my clients, they think like, oh, you're in good shape because you're in a gym, but it's hard to work out, to train people for like 12 hours and then train yourself the next hour and a half. You want to get out of here. You want to have a life. So I'm going to show everybody that I'm taking a challenge, and it's going to be to run 26.2 miles in the most beautiful city in the world, I'd say, after Paris, of course. I'm going out there with the best intentions.
Those intentions are to raise money for Allied Services as part of Ryan's Run. Ryan's Run is a group of runners that includes WNEP reporter Ryan Leckie. Cloud knows the difference Allied Services makes in the lives of people with disabilities. Sandy Kislin is one of Cloud's clients, and her son Ryan suffers with cerebral palsy.
He's been at Allied Services since he's 6 months old. He's 13 now. So they've done a tremendous amount of work with my son. He's come a long way because of them. So of course we like to support them.
I see him like growing and becoming a little man. I mean, he's doing things that I can't do on an iPad and things like that. He remembers things that I can't remember, but I know he goes there all the time.
Cloud also has some other personal reasons for wanting to run. He lost a child as an infant that he says would have been disabled if he survived. Then there was a bad car accident in 2011 that changed his life.
And then once I got hurt, once I couldn't do some things, I realized that some people are really in pain, some people can't do anything. And those kids and adults with disabilities, they're like, fighting to have a regular life, a normal life every day, and then they can't. So we take that for granted. If they can, survive and try to live a normal life with the help of Allied Services and the help of the money raised by, Team Leckie and things like that, I can run for them for like a couple hours.
Making his pain pay off, Cloud is ready to run for those who can't. Now, you don't have to run 26.2 miles to help Allied Services. All you have to do is drop by CrossFit Drums, and you don't even have to work out if you don't want to. Just purchase a shirt. In fact, you can even have some great food and wine to help out as well. This Friday at Theodore's Restaurant in Drum, Chef Drew Wondishin is preparing a 7-course tasting menu and preparing each dish with wine. He'll provide the food, and magician Denny Corby will provide the entertainment. If you would like a ticket, use the information up on your screen. Well, now it's time to head to the mines, my friends. It's time for the first high school football coal scale of the season. Here's a quick reminder of how this works. We have 3 classes, the highest class being the anthracite grade, a middle class being known as the bituminous, and a final one, lignite. Our hottest teams go in the anthracite grade. The teams that are very close to catching fire go in the bituminous grade, and the teams looking for a spark are in the lignite grade. So we start with the lignite grade, where both Monoy area and Shenandoah Valley start for this year after rough starts to the season. The 462 crew had a tall task on taking on Blue Mountain. However, Ian McCole had 115 yards for Shenandoah Valley. Monoy area was also lined up against some great competition in week 1 at Lehighton. As we move on, Tamaqua is in the bituminous grade. After week 1, they take a loss, but what an effort. The Blue Raiders almost pulled off the upset on Friday night against defending Anthracite League champ North Schuylkill. The game was tied in the 4th quarter, but the Spartans were able to put together a game-winning drive. The Spartans are tops in the bituminous grade and oh so close to making the jump after beating a tough Tamaqua team. And guess who's right behind them? The Big HA Hazelton area would have win. They beat Coughlin on the road, and they may be on the road to the anthracite grade. Now, speaking of the anthracite grade, we only have one team there this week, and it's the Marion Colts, all alone at the top. It's hard to find a weakness in this Colts team. Marion scored on the ground and through the air against Williams Valley, and they caused a bunch of turnovers on defense. From the mines to the FYI standard speakers scoreboard now. The Hazelton area girls tennis team is a perfect 4-0 in the Wyoming Valley Conference. Next up for the Lady Cougars, a match at Pittston area on Thursday. In golf, the Cougars took a loss to Coughlin, who's on top of the Division I Wyoming Valley Conference standings, but it was a close one. Frank Sirach had the overall low score with a 36, and that's for both teams. Now on Monday, Russ Kanzler finished his season with the Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs with 2 more hits to bring his final average to 274 on the season. The Pigs, they ended their season with a loss. The Rail Riders, they lost, but their season will go on. They start a playoff series with Indianapolis on the road on Wednesday. The Cubs, they blanked the Cards on Monday 9-0. Mondays can be rough, but you can end them on a high note. Seafood night at Bottlenecks. Choose from crab, clam, shrimp, and lobster specials, such as their little neck clams in garlic butter, only $1.95 a dozen, or handmade crab cake platter for only $8.95.
Good evening, everyone, and here's tonight's Talk of the Town report. Hazelton Public Transit is announcing that due to FunFest activities, Saturday, September 12th, routes 40, 50, 60, 80, and 10 will use Vine Street to Diamond Avenue and continue their normal routes from there. Route 20 will use Chestnut Street to Poplar Street to Broad Street. Also, there will be no bus service on Sunday, September 13th. For more information, just call 570-459-5414. And one more quick announcement, the Frank Sinatra Tribute Show featuring Tony Sands and his 8-piece swing band will be held Saturday, September 12th at the Mock Jug Opera House in Jim Thorpe. Tickets are $25 and the doors open at 6:30 and the show will begin at 7:30. Tony Sands captivates his audiences with the mannerisms, illusion, and romance that have made him a must-see in Atlantic City and Las Vegas for more than 20 years. For more information, please call 570-325-0249 or check out mcohjt.com. That's tonight's Talk of the Town. News 13 would like to send sincere condolences to the family and friends of these recently departed. Dakota Marie Buford of Hazel Township. Funeral is Thursday at 9:30 a.m. from the Frank J. Bonin Funeral Home. Friends may call Wednesday from 6 to 9 p.m. Maria Grazia Mateo of Hazelton. Arrangements will be announced by the John J. Pustai Funeral Home. Joseph X. Sundra, formerly of West Hazelton. Mass is Wednesday at 9 a.m. at the Holy Name of Jesus Church. Friends may call at the church at 8:30 a.m. The John J. Pustai Funeral Home is assisting the family with the arrangements. Josephine M. Miskar of Mahanoy City. Mass is Thursday at 10 a.m. at the St. Mary's Byzantine Catholic Church. Friends may call Wednesday from 6 to 8 p.m. at the Louis D. Truskowski Funeral Home. And Marion Ambrose, formerly of Freeland. Services were held under the direction of the Davis Funeral Home.
Tomorrow we'll continue our preview of FunFest happening this weekend in downtown Hazelton. Plus, Dave Seaman and I will try to make sense of Penn State's loss to Temple. That and much more tomorrow. Stay tuned. Take it easy, everyone.